Hey everyone, it's Gigado Miglinque, which means Talking Feather Woman, and I am here for another gratitude challenge prompt. And so today is day 18 of our gratitude journey. And so if you've been following along, apparently I'm having some issues again. Okay, so hang on, let's try this again. I don't know why I keep getting issues with Facebook. Remove. And that one too. Now let's try it again. Okay, looks like we're good. Maybe. Check, check, check. Okay, good. So sorry guys, for those of you who catch this from LinkedIn or from YouTube, there's been some glitches with Facebook and connection with StreamYard. So anyway, so we are on day 18 of the gratitude challenge. And so we've been doing this now for 18 days. Some of you have been on the same journey as me, where some of the days have been a little bit off. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. So it's kind of cool because we're human, right? So we're human, different things happen in our lives, and we just kind of go with whatever it is that's going on. And so I just want to, I shared yesterday that I was going to be out of town. And so for those of you who know the area, so I live about 45 minutes away from Temagami, and this is where I am, and this is the view from my bed. Hang on. See, look at that. This is what it looks like from my bed. I've got this beautiful patio window that has this beautiful view of the lake, which is still slightly frozen. I definitely wouldn't be going on there, but it is, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to switch my camera back. So we are talking about gratitude today. And so we have our gratitude journal. So the 30 days of gratitude. And so, oh, look at that. Perfect timing. So the prompt for today is nature's resilience. So reflect on the resilience of nature, a plant, an animal, landscape. How does this inspire you? And so I've got this great big huge white pine. I think it's a white pine. It's got the long needles, and I'm pretty sure that's white pine. And I think that's the way that my dad taught me, is that the long needles are the white pine. I'm going to have to ask and make sure. But I've got, it's either white pine or jack pine, either way, literally right in front of me. And so I've got this great big humongous tree that is here actually on both sides of me. I have these great big huge trees that are here to ground and support me. So as I go and stand outside on the wet deck, because we're having some rain again. So when I stood out there and took some pictures, it was just like breathtaking. And so for anybody who knows me, water is definitely something that grounds me. So as an Aries fire, water is definitely something that that grounds me. So although I'm not close to the water, because I'm actually quite high from the water, I'm sure that there's a trail to go down there, but I haven't explored that far because we just finished our training around somewhere around 4, and then got checked in and came into the room. And yeah, so just kind of getting started. And so, but what inspires me by nature is nature just really allows me to just feel calm. And so this is definitely a weekend that, as much as it's going to be filled, because we're doing a board training, so training and meetings. And so we are learning more about the board governance, and specifically to Indigenous peoples, and how we can actually make the board run more smoothly, and know what our responsibilities are, etc. And so It's lots of very heavy topics, lots of heavy material, and then we have some meetings on top of that. So yeah, so it's going to be, but I'm not feeling, so even where we were sitting, even though I wasn't looking out the window, I can actually just feel how calming it is in the building. And so we're in a different location this afternoon, or like after dinner. And but yeah, so we're just on a little bit of a break. But it's just being able to be down here and knowing that we were like right at the water, that was like even more powerful. So in our book of 365 days of gratitude, today's 18. So April 18th. And so it is learning and wisdom. Apparently I can't read. Learning and wisdom, and share a piece of wisdom you've recently learned and how it's enriched your life. And so one of our sacred medicines is cedar. And so I knew a lot about how cedar helps us. And back in March, when we were doing the spaghetti dinner for Cam's Club, I was very emotional. Like there's just, and every time I turned around, I was starting to bawl. And one of the things that the knowledge keeper, cultural knowledge keeper, shared was that I should be putting cedar in my shoes. I was wearing flip-flops, so she's like, "That's not going to work." But wearing the cedar in my shoes, and I know that putting cedar in our shoes allows us to be able to be grounded. And so like I had that teaching and I knew that, but I didn't quite know how it works specifically with the grieving, with the emotional, and just being really emotional about it. And so I asked about it today. And so the cedar allows us to be grounded as well. And so I just thought that was really cool. And it makes sense because it's a tree. And so trees are always very grounding. But I didn't realize that that's that piece of medicine. I didn't know, like I know it brings healing. I drink cedar tea. And I will do cedar baths. And so that was one of the other things that was also recommended, just being able to do a cedar bath. And so, yeah, so that's going to be something for sure that I'm going to be doing. But I just thought that was kind of cool that today is learning and wisdom. And so I'm surrounded by a very diverse group of wise women this weekend, and really looking forward to being able to connect with them further and learning more, and just really being able to be connected. But as much as all the information that we're going to be learning is happening, is that I'm going to be able to still be grounded. So I love the fact that just culturally, that even though I'm still learning, that culturally there's a lot of things that just really fit into play with what it is that I teach, what it is that I do. And I love that we get to be surrounded by it. So on that note, I'm going to head off because we're going to have dinner in just a few minutes. So I'm going to go and get ready to go. And I will be back on tomorrow. It will not be on time. It'll be later on in the day, just because of the way that the breaks and stuff worked out. So I'm not going to come in and disrupt the meetings. So I will come in as soon as we get our downtime time. So I'll be a little bit later, likely. And I will chat with all of you guys later. Have a fabulous night, and bye for now.